Hi, this is a video to support students with exam revision. It is from Cutting Edge Intermediate Unit 5. In this unit, we studied future forms and we studied future clauses with words like if, when, or unless. We did vocabulary on word families and work. In this video, I'll just go over these things basically to remind you of what the rules were for each thing. So, word families. Word families are groups of words which share the same common base word, and they change depending on what you use in the sentence. This is a good way to build your vocabulary. So, there's three types of words in this approach in the exercise. We have a verb, a noun, and an adjective. Take a word like experience. So something that you experience. Then if you want to turn it into a noun, you need to change the word a little, and we call it an experience. Not very much of a change, but for the adjective we add D, an experienced person. So in the book there were other words. Take a look quickly and see if you can think of how to make them into a noun or an adjective again. So, for distract, distraction. Fail, a failure. Imagine, imagination. Improve, improvement. Know, knowledge. Notice the sound changes of know there. Produce, production. Profit, profit. No change. Succeed, a success. So these words at the end, the shuns, the edge, the ment, this is what we add to make them a noun. But for an adjective, there's also different ones. Distractive. We did that one. There is not a noun for failure. Imaginative. Knowledgeable, productive, profitable, successful. So these were all quite business related words, but you can build other words from other subjects the same way. Here's an example of 3 sentences. The students know a lot of words in English. The students have a lot of knowledge about English words. The students are very knowledgeable about English words. So all 3 sentences are similar, but they use a verb for know, a noun for knowledge, an adjective knowledgeable. So this is what we can do, and you can show your higher level of English now if you start using longer words like these. The grammar we did in this unit was future forms. So here's 3 sentences. I'm going to visit my sister in hospital. I'm visiting my sister in hospital. I will visit her later. So we're using 3 different futures here. I'm going to highlight them in yellow. Take a look. These are 3 different forms of the future. The top one, future with going to. I'm going to visit. This is a plan, but there is no arrangement. An arrangement just means we didn't organize it. There's no time. I didn't tell my sister. So she had a baby. I'm going to visit my sister in hospital. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But the second one, I'm visiting my sister in hospital. She asked me to come at 6 o'clock. This is actually present continuous, but we use it in the future when there is a fixed arrangement. She told me to come at 6 o'clock. We arranged it. Then the last one is will. Now this is what everyone thinks is the future, but you should be using plans with other tenses. Will is like this. Did you know your sister is in hospital? No. I'll visit her later. It's a prediction. It's something new information and you make a future. It's still a plan, but the idea was not thought about before now. So here we have the 3 future forms. Look at the structure. It's quite similar to other continuous forms. Am, going to, am not, going to. and then are you going to. For present continuous, it's the exact same form as we've used when we used present continuous normally. I am visiting, I am not visiting, are you visiting? And will. I will visit my sister, I won't visit my sister. People forget this sometimes, that will not is won't together. And then will you visit my sister? It's a prediction. So here are the three forms combined. There's other ways of using the future. We have shall I meet you at the hospital. Shall means the same as will, and we often use it in a question, especially when we're offering something, shall I meet you, or a suggestion. We also have hope, plan and think, and we use that just like the present continuous. I'm hoping to visit my sister, I'm planning to, I'm thinking of visiting. So that's a hope and a plan and an idea. They're all in the future. Then we have these ones. My sister is due to have a baby on Tuesday. My sister is about to have a baby. These are, due is formally arranged. The doctor told me the baby will come on Tuesday. But about to is something that will happen soon in the future. Okay, so we also did vocabulary on work in this unit. There's, I think, 16 words, but I'm going to just talk about them and then cover a few of them with these pictures. We have badly paid, challenging, competitive, and creative. I think this picture on the left is for creative, thinking of ideas together. Good communication skills, good with money, opportunities to travel, and physically fit. Probably this one here is opportunity to travel, the second picture. Qualifications, responsibility, secure, special training. I think the third picture would relate to qualifications. And the last four, stressful, well organized, well paid, work long hours. So I would say this one on the right is well paid. Not that you get paid in cash like that. So remember these 16 words. Try to think which ones are positive, which ones are negative, which ones would apply to any jobs that you've done in the past or jobs you would like to do. I would like a well-paid job with opportunities to travel. You might want to use these kind of words when you're writing or speaking about work. And now we will do future clauses with if, when, or unless, and there's other words as well actually. So a clause just means a part of a sentence. So when the part of a sentence has if, when, or unless, it's a little different. The grammar is a little different. Take a look. If is quite easy. This is when we talk about the future, but we use a present verb after if, less, unless, when, before, after, as soon as, until, once, or next time. I'll show you the examples. If I study hard, I will pass the exam. If I study hard, I will pass the exam. So this is the future. Will pass shows that I'm talking about an exam in the future, but study is also in the future. But because we're using it with if, we use present. So that is the future clause, a part of a sentence. We use the present verb, but we use future for the other part of the sentence. And for these words, it's the same. Unless I study hard, I won't pass the exam. When I find my book, I will study for the exam. Before I do the exam, I will have a good night's sleep. As soon as I get my exam result, I will phone you. Until I get my exam result, I'll be worried. And next time I have an exam, I will study harder. So they all follow this same structure. Study, study, find, do, get, and have. They're all present verb forms that are talking about the future. But the words mean different things. Unless is if not, when is I know the future, before is before, as soon as and once means straight after, immediately after, until means now until that time, and next time, of course, the next time. the next occasion. One thing you need to know about this is that you can actually flip the sentences. You can reverse them the other way round. So you can have, if I study hard, I will pass the exam, but you can also have, I will pass the exam if I study hard, and the present stays with if. But notice there is no comma when we do it the other way around. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Remember to study your future forms, future clauses with if, when or unless, the word families and work. Good luck with your revision.